Alright, hello. I just caught an 88 finis temporis video, okay, called Red Eye Rapture 911 2001. This got a ton of 911 references that 88's picked out. It's a really well done video. Highly recommend going and watching it if you haven't already seen it. You might be here because you've seen it and my video somehow got recommended to you. But anyway, I haven't seen the film Red Eye, but I, I was anyway. While I was watching this video, there was something interesting that I heard, right? And there's a scene where this chap here. I don't know what his character's name is. Old Killian here is trying to get the main female character, which by the way happens to be her actual real name is a McAdams, which is kind of interesting with the whole damn thing that I'm looking into, you know. But he is trying to get her to change the rooms of some government officials so they can shoot him with a some kind of missile bazooka thing. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, this is the room change that he's trying to get, right? He's trying to go from 3825, I've got it on the closed caption in here, to 4080. Okay. And the guy that he's moving, I think is like Keith or something, but it does sound like he says key when he says it. So it's kind of interesting with the idea of the key. To sort of unlocking another potential event. And again, what have we got on 4.8 is the big blackout event. Okay, so when we see lots of references to blackouts, maybe that is a reference back to the eclipse that's coming up. Yeah, so if you see like a you know, an apocalyptical thing where there's a blackout involved, maybe it's referencing the eclipse. Maybe X does mark the spot. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking right now with the 4.9 reference that's in the dollar bill, and obviously there's the 159 reference in the dollar bill as well. That will be coming up shortly after that as well. So it's pretty interesting, or should I say 195? I don't know quite which way around those numbers go, but that's the 19th of May date. So anyway, let me show you. Let's get to the point, Dan. Let me show you this new decode chart, because I thought, you know what, I'll go and look and see if that number is anywhere on the number line in that chart. You know. So what we're at is we're at the King's Cross first. We'll do the King's and the Queen's Cross. For new people, if you haven't seen this chart before, if you're one of my old people as well that haven't seen this chart before, because I've only just started really looking at this. I've just done a couple of videos on it. This is basically Fibonacci numbers, Lucas numbers, and pi numbers. Pi numbers being another kind of Fibonacci sequence, okay. And this is the reduced value for that sequence, and then it's the complete cycle. So this is all of the values for the complete cycle of Fibonacci here reduced, okay, 28 digits basically, and then the cycle starts over again. So this is what I've got here. This is Lucas and this is pi, okay, and then what we have is repetitions of those going down through here. And it's explained in previous videos, and I'm not going to go into it too much, because really what I want to do is I just really want to focus in on, I should have moved that in there, hang on a minute. I really want to focus in on these numbers up here, this number and this number, and we're in a table that has a cross in it. Okay, I've picked this cross out, and the head of the cross is 911. Okay, and you know, you can see other interesting numbers, like obviously the Wu-Flu 19 is the center of that as well, okay, at the top and the bottom. And again, you know, if you're a Back to the Future buff, okay, 1955 is at the heart of this thing, the year that keeps cropping up in Back to the Future. Now, let me show you these numbers because they show up in a couple of spots actually. Right here, where are we? Right here is where I kind of thought they made the most sense. Then it's not a perfect match. 8325, 3825. Okay, but changing to, if we look at the ender here now, the 48. Okay, so those two sets of numbers are kind of intertwined. Yeah, and that is kind of, I just thought it was really interesting because this is the King's Cross, right? And what I want to do is I want to show you the Queen's Cross next, because the same set of numbers in the Queen's Cross goes to a different location. Well, it doesn't go to a different location really, but it kind of does, because we have the table flipped around here. So it'll make more sense when I go to it. But there are the numbers there, albeit the 8 and the 3 are the wrong way around. Now, those scrambled numbers also show up right here, which again is very, very interesting with some of the number jumps I've been looking at. And again, the film itself, I believe, I can't off the top of my head, I want to say it was released on that date right there. Okay, Mr. Perry's birthday, amongst other people. And again, we've got this thing right in the middle of here. You know, we've just had that important Super Bowl right here, you know, so it's, you know, all these things tying together. And again, this set of numbers right here, the scrambled version of this, 83825, that's all scrambled up here. Again, next number on, again, we're dealing with this 84 here. So let me take you to the other table so you can kind of see how that makes sense with what I'm calling the Queen's Cross, which is just a flip, an inversion of this table basically. So let's do that. So here we are, Queen's Cross, and let's look at what we got in here. What you'll notice is that with the Queen's Cross, now we've got the Queen's death date at the top of this thing, okay? And remember that the Queen's birthday is the opposite date to 9/11 as well, or the twin date for the year. So it's kind of the opposing day of the year, if you like. So a twin date but opposing 9/11. So this is the opposing chart to 9/11, the Queen's Cross, right? So what we have in the middle of the Queen's Cross is, again, this 48 is tying into that same set of numbers there, okay? But now it's at the center of the chart, okay? And our next day on, yeah, is X marks the spot right in the middle of here, the 44 kill number, and X marks the spot the next day on is 49. Okay, so it's interesting, the idea of changing keys room, changing the key or changing the room now to 48, and with all the 9/11 references in that film, it is kind of interesting with changing it over to this now. So you know, I mean, it's looking pretty. I tell you what, the blackout day is looking pretty hot, for sure. I don't know. I definitely am gonna. Like I say, I'm definitely gonna buy a couple of extra tins of baked beans the week before this date. You know, and I think that's pretty much it for the video. Yeah, I just wanted to show that connection there, basically. I don't think there's anything else in here that I really wanted to. Where is it up the top here? It's right over here up the top, you know. Okay, well, blooming hell. That's why I'm using the squares. It's right there, so it's nothing, but it's just interesting that, you know, this is flipping into here, okay. Quite interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm just going to start whiffly waffling. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on another one soon. Cheers. Alright, bye.